Hey there everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today we're tackling a sport that's sweeping the nation, pickleball. You know how sometimes something seems to come out of nowhere and suddenly everyone's doing it? Well, that's pickleball. But unlike some trends, this one's got some serious staying power. Why? Because it's fun, it's social, and it's a great way to get some exercise. Whether you're a complete newbie or you've played a few times and just want to make sure you're not committing any cardinal sins on the court, this video is for you. We're going deep on the essential rules of pickleball so you can feel confident and ready to dominate, or, at least hold your own. We'll be covering everything from the basic equipment and court dimensions to the finer points of serving, scoring, and avoiding those pesky faults. Because nobody wants to be person on the court, right? Before we dive into the exciting world of pickleball strategy, let's get familiar with the playing field. Imagine a badminton court, but slightly smaller. That's your pickleball battleground. We're talking 20 feet wide and 44 feet long, a perfect size for some intense back and forths. Now right down the middle, you've got your net standing tall at 36 inches on the sides and dipping slightly to 34 inches in the center. This slight dip, my friends, is crucial for those strategic shots we'll discuss later. Of course, you can't play pickleball without the proper tools of the trade. First up, the paddle. Forget those oversized tennis rackets. Pickleball paddles are smaller and solid, usually made of wood, composite materials, or even high-tech graphite for you serious players. And what about the ball itself? Picture a wiffle ball, but a bit smaller and denser. This perforated plastic sphere is what you'll be smacking across the net with your trusty paddle. All right, let's talk about serving, the first chance to assert your dominance on the court. In pickleball, we keep things civilized, so put away your overhead smash for later. Serves must be underhand with the paddle below your waist at contact. Think of it as a gentle toss, but with a bit more purpose. And speaking of purpose, your serve needs to land diagonally across the court, within the confines of your opponent's service court. It's like a diagonal chess move, but with a wiffle ball. Now here's the catch. You only get one attempt to make your serve count, unless of course you're blessed with a let, which is basically a do-over, for when the ball grazes the net and still lands in the correct service court. In doubles play, which, let's be honest, is where the real fun is at, both players on a team get to serve before the privilege shifts to the opposing team. This continues throughout the game, except for that very first serve of the match, where only one player on the serving team gets the honor. Now, for everyone's favorite part, keeping score. Remember, pickleball is all about strategy, finesse, and, of course, racking up those points. But here's the catch. Only the serving team can score. It's like a constant power struggle, adding an extra layer of intensity to each volley. Games are typically played to 11 points, kind of like a sprint to the finish line. But don't get too cocky if you hit 11 first. You need to win by at least 2 points. It's those last 2 points that often involve the most nail-biting rallies. And for those who like to take it up a notch, competitive games can extend the finish line to 15 or even a grueling 21 points. Now that's what I call a test of endurance and skill. This, my friends, is where pickleball gets strategic, the two-bounce rule. Picture this, the ball comes sailing over the net and you're itching to unleash a powerful volley. But hold your horses, my friend, because here's the deal. The ball must bounce once on each side of the net before volleys are allowed. Think of it like a polite conversation, letting each side have their say before jumping into the fray. This rule keeps the game from turning into a frantic smash fest at the net and forces you to strategize, move your feet, and play every shot with purpose. Once the ball has bounced once on each side, the fun begins. You're free to hit the ball in the air, go for a stylish volley, or even let it bounce again if that suits your fancy. This back and forth bounce then volley rhythm is the heartbeat of pickleball, creating those exciting rallies that keep you coming back for more. The kitchen, that 7-foot area on either side of the net, often referred to as the non-volley zone. It's a place of both danger and opportunity, a no-man's land where volleys are strictly prohibited. This is where pickleball gets tactical, my friends. Imagine the kitchen as a neutral zone, a place to tread carefully. You can't just waltz in there, paddles swinging, ready to smash any ball that comes your way. The kitchen demands respect, requiring the ball to bounce first before you can enter. But don't mistake caution for timidity. The kitchen is a prime location for strategic play. If you can manage to return a shot that forces your opponent back and gives you an opening, you can strategically enter the kitchen ready to pounce on a short return. Just remember, once you step into the kitchen, you better be prepared to play a ground stroke because volleys are a no-go. Even the most seasoned pros commit faults from time to time. They are a natural part of the game. But knowing your faults is the first step to avoiding them and keeping your score respectable. So let's dive into the don'ts of pickleball, those little mistakes that can cost you points and momentum. First up, hitting the ball out of bounds. It seems obvious, but when you're caught up in the heat of the moment, it's easier done than you think. Keep your shots controlled and aim for those lines. Next, we have the net fault. This happens when your serve or return fails to clear the net, ending up in a sad, droopy mess on your side of the court. And of course, we can't forget about those pesky kitchen violations. Volleying in the non-volley zone, even if your foot just barely crosses the line, is a big no-no. And while serving, keep your feet behind that baseline. Stepping over is a surefire way to lose your serve and hand the advantage to your opponent. And there you have it, pickleball enthusiasts, the basic rules to get you started on your journey to pickleball mastery. We've covered everything from the court dimensions and equipment to the nuances of serving, scoring, and avoiding those game-changing faults. Remember, pickleball is a game for everyone, regardless of age or athletic ability. It's a sport that's as much about social connection and having fun as it is about competition. So grab a paddle, find a court, and get ready for an amazing time. And hey, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more awesome content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Now go out there, have fun, and dominate the court.